One fine morning, Mr. Simple went to visit his dear friend Luis, who lived on a small island in the middle of a huge ocean. On this island, everyone lived happily and were happily employed. They loved to work, but also loved to play. Mr. Simple found his friend Luis sitting by the seaside with a small fishing rod, but with a sad look on his face. He hadn't caught any fish for some time now. After a while, Mr. Simple said to him, "Wait a minute." And he went out and bought a longer fishing rod. He cast out to sea and immediately caught a beautiful fish. You see, the fish are much further out. Luis was amazed. "Hey, come back," and asked him to sell him the beautiful fish so he could prepare a delicious meal for his wife. Mr. Simple then had a great idea. He would buy a boat and then sell the fish. And that he did. So he employed 5 rowers and 5 fishermen. They went out to sea, caught the beautiful fish, and returned in time to sell it in the town market and even to the fishermen's and rowers' wives. When done, Mr. Simple paid a third of the money to the 5 rowers, a third to the 5 fishermen, and a third he kept for himself. Everyone was happy. Everyone worked. Everyone had an income, and everyone spent. So the island became richer and richer, and the children were able to study and invent new amazing objects. So, one day, Mr. Simple had yet another idea. The rowers were always complaining that the work was very exhausting, so he decided to buy a robot to do their rowing for them. Again, everybody was happy. They went out fishing, and the scene was repeated. He sold all the fish and paid a third to the fishermen, but when he went to pay the robot, it did not accept the money. "I have no use for these pieces of paper." Well, so Mr. Simple kept his share of the profit as well as the robot's. Mr. Simple then had another great idea. He would buy 5 fishing robots. That way he could keep all the money to himself. So next day he went out again. And when he returned, to his dismay, he found the marketplace empty. No one had come, because the rowers and fishermen were unemployed and had no money to give to their wives to buy the fish. Then Mr. Simple had a third idea, and the most important. He went back to his former rowers and fishermen and paid them their respective salaries. The next day, the wives were able to return to the market and buy fish again. And they all lived happily ever after, as before, even better than before. No equality, no party.